is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
And welcome into a fantastical Wednesday evening here on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. I'm Scotty. I'm out here in LA, hanging out with you, doing some Devils After Dark post-game action here. From, you guessed it, another L. Yay! Devils and Colorado Avalanche. Going on, and yeah, all that goodwill we built up with that Predators win just flushed right back down the toilet. What can you do? How's it going? Sam Wu is still on assignment for right now. Luckily, there'll be no football calls this evening, so I don't throw my voice out again with another UTI with the Dougie double, the Daily Double. Jeopardy, the Daily Dougie over there, because we had two last game. This game, not so much. So yeah, let's talk about it really quickly, because there really wasn't that much to talk about here from the Devils' perspective. They made Mackenzie Blackwood look like a stud. How many times have we said this about the Devils making these goaltenders look like they are world beaters when they're not? I'm sure Mackenzie will go out and rightfully give up probably 5 goals in this next game. But yeah, he was stopping everything from the Devils. You got Jack breakaways, you got Timo breakaways. Paul Cotter hit the post. Don't count. So yeah, just a very, I don't know, kind of almost expected game at this point. It doesn't seem like they are making any of those changes that are necessary, and they're getting smoked. And if they do find their way into the playoffs, the way they're playing right now and the game plan they have going out there, I'm sorry, love you, Tuna, but you should not be sniffing the top six anywhere right now. Why is Thomas Tatar back out there? Come on. Seriously now. There's just too many holes in this team at the moment. Without Markstrom as well. Jake Allen looked pretty pissed there by the end. I mean, what was the final score? 5-1? 5-1, I think. I mean, I don't know. Pollock at Blackwood had a lot of luck tonight, but that seems to be the case with a lot of goaltenders playing the Devils for some reason. So is it luck? Or do they know exactly what's coming at them? Because once again, it doesn't really seem like the Devils are shaking things up and changing the game plan or doing anything like that. So I am not sure what to make of this team right now, except that I think we're all pretty damn disappointed. Because we had rightfully high expectations for this team. They came out. They played so well at the beginning of the season, and it has been a tailspin now since the end of the year. The end of the calendar year, I should say, 2024. And don't look now what the Blues are. The Blue Jackets are what? Are they 6 points behind? Or are they 8? I gotta look. Dun, 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 dun. Where's my damn app? I thought I had it open. I believe they're 6 points behind, with Columbus Blue Jackets 64 points, the Devils 70, and the Blue Jackets have 2 games in hand. The Rangers are now at 62 points, also with 2 games in hand. So you're getting these teams that are creeping up. Carolina's also been playing like trash as well. I believe they're also under 500 in the calendar year 2025. But I don't know. Has this team plateaued earlier in the year and they're not going to get any better? What's Fitzgerald waiting for? I think it's obvious this team needs some sort of shakeup. We've been saying this for I don't know how long now. There's plenty of moves out there to be made. Sorry, again, love you, Tuna, but putting Tom Tatar on the top line or in the top 6 is not the shakeup we're looking for here. That's just not going to get it done. The fourth line is just not there at all. Third line, who was it tonight? Haula, Nason, and Mercer. Oof. Nace is good in those top 6 roles because he can park himself in front of the net, go to those dirty areas. When he's got a Nico or he's got a Jack Hughes or Jesper Bratt there making some magic happen, he's been great on the power play in that role. But pushing him down to that third, teams know you don't. I mean, you only have to play against, and the Devils don't show up for the majority of the game anyway. Well, they kicked it into gear again in like the third period, and then they just completely stalled. They had some good chances. I'll give them that. But again, where's the finish? You got to put the puck in the net to win some games. That's really what it comes down to. And we've made, excuses. Oh, the teams are getting up for them. Oh, it's a special thing for other teams. So it's a benchmark game, to see how good the other teams are and everything like that. Yeah. So I'm not really sure what to say at this point. I was so hoping for a different outcome tonight, but then part of me was just like, they're gonna get blown out by Colorado. The step up in talent from Nashville to Colorado is quite steep. But maybe if they just lost the game, the wheels obviously came off at the end there, but I mean, once Colorado went up 3-1, it was just like that's it. They're done. When it was 2-1, when Jack scored, it's like, okay, maybe they'll do their last 10 minutes of the game magic and make it interesting. I will say that goal by Nathan McKinnon was nasty. Was he on like 4 of the 5 points? 4 of the 5 goals, I think, tonight. Because he did Lankinen. Oh, he had 3 points, so 3 of the 4. He assisted on Lankinen. That's a 67th assist on the year. Then he scored the power play goal at the start of the third. Then Jack scored, and then he scored the other power play goal as well. Never mind, he had 2 goals. I thought he had the 2 assists. Oh, friggin' Casey Milstat scored as well. Nothing like getting the other team's players who have been in a rut all season long, giving them a lot of confidence. But this team just seems stuck. Stagnant. So I don't know what they're going to do, but yeah. Tom Fitzgerald needs to figure out something and figure out something real quick. I'm not sure what's going on inside that locker room. It kind of looks, I don't know. I'm not going to make any assumptions. But the hustle, the grit, the determination that was there in the beginning of the season is just not there anymore. So I don't know if the game plans I mean, the game plans look the same all the time. So are they tuning out the coaching staff already? It's the same questions like every game. Is it a leadership thing? Because they always seem to do this. Where's the muscle? Where's the grit? We talked about it. Beginning of the year. Massive hits, big block shots, dropping the gloves. Everyone's playing for each other, using their speed. And let's face it, the Devils have a tough schedule. It's not like they got an easy road here for the rest of the season. But kind of feel also like they've done it to themselves. Still have not gotten the elusive 4-game winning streak. We're going to be playing Winnipeg soon, who's what? What do they got, 11 in a row now? 12 in a row? I'm not saying we're going to get an 11 yet. Can we at least get 4? Something? So it's like, okay, maybe we can win against, Utah on Saturday. But then, do we have Dallas again after that? Or who do we have after that? It's Vegas. Right, Saturday, Sunday. Another lovely back-to-back. Saturday, Sunday, Utah, and then Vegas. So it's kind of like, well, Utah is kind of like Nashville. Okay, maybe we could get a W there, but it seems like against like any good teams, that we should be on the same level with now. It's just, like this is going to be bad. I don't know. That's just the feeling I'm getting right now. I don't want to be doom and gloom, as Sam Wu says, but this team has not been giving us good feelings. They are under 500 in this year. A lot of that good stuff from the beginning. I mean, basically everything from the beginning of the season has been washed away. I mean, Columbus is 6 points behind him now with 2 games in hand. That's not good. So I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what they can do besides shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up. There you go, Robert. That's right. Colton blasted Luke into the boards, just like old times. 0 response. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a dirty hit or anything, but it's still a big hit, and there was just nothing, no sort of anything afterwards. That's one of your prized friggin' prospects right there in Luke Hughes. I don't know. It seems like this team has kind of reverted to its old ways. Seemed like Sheldon Keefe had righted a lot of the wrongs that we used to complain about with Lindy, but now it just seems to be going right back in that way. So is that Fitzy? Is that Sheldon? Or is that some of the guys on this team? I don't know. I mean, I've been an advocate of putting Curtis McDermott in the lineup. You can pick a number of guys to pull out of the lineup, and I don't think you're going to lose anything. But there's going to be definitely some more toughness in there. And if something like that does happen to Luke or Jack or Jesper or Nico or whomever, there'll at least be someone there to answer the call. But yeah, they're just, I don't know what they're doing right now. They're just spiraling. And any team that's like a good team right now, it's just like, I'm not sure if the Devils could beat them. Before, I used to go into every game thinking they had an opportunity to win no matter what. But they don't play 60 minutes. They don't seem like they're playing for each other. They're not playing physical. They're not blocking as many shots. The team, they just kind of seem stagnant. I don't know how else to put it. So there needs to be some sort of shakeup somewhere. But for me personally, I don't know, putting Tom Tatar on the top line is the shakeup that this team needs. Dubs says the team has no leadership and has no identity. Changed goalies, coach, role players, and bottom six guys. It's the core. Devil's Therapy Session is brought to you by Ann Crew Brew. That's right, Max. Got myself a beer right here. It's not an Ann Crew Brew, though. I can't get him out here in LA. I wish I could. Or else I'd definitely be having one now. But yeah, I don't know. Like there seems to be something missing. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I know Sam Wu has said it before with Braden Shen, you know, that type of player who's going to lead and be feisty and go out there and get in guys' faces. Does feel like we need someone like that. We also need some more consistency. You know, with that supplemental scoring. I've been a fan of Timo Meyer's overall game, but again, no goals to show for it. And that's what we're paying him the big bucks for, is to put the puck in the net. I will say he's made a lot of really good defensive plays. He hasn't been out of position. He hasn't taken bad penalties, you know, but when it comes down to it, we need Timo to score. Nico Hischier cannot do everything for this team. But I mean, some of these players, I mean, maybe you got to start, you know, scratching them. Your Bastions, your Tatars. I mean, I know Eric Hall has been hurt, but what has he been doing all year? You know, I love the kid, but Dawson Mercer has had a bad step backwards this year. I mean, if he is not playing with like a Timo and Nico combo or a Jesper and Jack combo, like it's just not there, like offensively. So was that 1 year, you know, the anomaly where he got, what was it, 27, 28 goals? I know we were very excited to think that was going to be the start of the trend of the direction where we're going to see him, that type of production every single year, but it has not turned out to be like that. Nate Bastian, Lazar, you know, and I know some of these guys have been hurt previously, but Dowling, he hustles, but, you know, he's probably more, you know, AHL level player. And I'm not trying to knock them, because obviously they're a lot better than me if I was to be out there on skates. Robert Isaacson, Hall's last goal was November 25th. Timo, 15 goals on the year. Yeah. I agree, Robert. Mercer and Cotter have the same amount of goals. Cotter is going to be streaky, but he's a bottom six player. If you had 13 goals on, you know, your fourth line wing, I would say that's a good deal. But yeah, Mercer, you know, we were expecting him to be like that perennial 20-goal type scorer. You got it, Max. Winning fixes everything. Oh, so Pollock says it's because of the new and crew brew. We have cursed the team. Soon as the beer debuted, the record has gone to hell. Yeah, no, Max, listen, hey, Colorado's a great team, but if you want to make a run into playoffs, these are the type of teams you're going to be playing against. And right now, Colorado just tied the Devils in points. So think about that. Think about that's how damn good the Devils were in the beginning of the season. Colorado just reached that 70-point plateau. That's how good. This team was firing on all cylinders through the first couple months of the season. And they've crashed and burned down to we can beat the bottom feeder teams, but when it comes to playing teams that should be of the same caliber, we just end up basically getting smoked recently. Oh, totally agreed. We can't have AHL caliber players on the team like that. Totally agreed, Max. 100%. And actually, Robert, yeah, I'm not sure. Did Jake Allen just leave the game after they left on O'Connor completely uncovered there at the end? Did he pull himself out and said, "I've had enough of this garbage"? And Pollock, you're right. Actually, yeah, Colorado's coming off a 2-game losing streak. Nothing like the Devils to come to town to turn things around. Yeah. Ariel says, and the Hughes brothers and Mercer and Nemeth to Ottawa for Brady Tkachuk and Sanderson. Oh boy. Yeah, Eddie, I mean, I think the time has come where, just rolling out the same team and the same lines and the same, game plan. It's something has got to change, because this is more than just, a down streak. This is, we're coming here to the end of February. Okay. This started just before the new year. So it was like the Christmas break. And then after that, it's all been downhill. I'm not even sure. That's why I'm not a GM or a coach or a player. But it seems to me there does need to be a little shakeup somewhere to light a fire under their asses and get them to start playing like they did in the beginning of the season. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened there. No, you're right, Pollock, too. Yeah, I mean, Jake the Snake stood on his head in the first period. And I don't know. Robert, you might be right. He might have just been fed up with on the last 2 goals with the lack of coverage. Jake the Snake's, he's a professional dude, though. Markstrom, I can see getting fired up about things like that, Jake the Snake seems a little bit more, not in his own head or keeping his calm or whatever. But man, was he just pissed at the end of that game. And rightfully so. But I don't know. They got to figure out something. At least at least, you know, they get to play Utah next, which is a team they should beat on Saturday, but then it's tough. Another back-to-back, and you're right there with Vegas. And don't they hit Dallas after that as well? Yep. Vegas and then Dallas again on Tuesday, and then Winnipeg on Friday. Ugh. That schedule does not give me a lot of confidence for some devil W's coming from the results of these games. Yeah, I'm not sure what they need to do. Oh, teams are creeping. Apparently Jake Allen was cramping up. That's why he went to the locker room. Sounds legit. But it also sounds like a cover that he was just like, I'm out. Yeah, Max, it kind of does. It's like, okay, maybe he had some cramps. Okay, he wanted to get off the ice. But also, remember that Saturday Night Live skit with Will Ferrell where he just keeps like turning over the plate? It's like a Thanksgiving thing or something. He's like, oh, F this, I'm leaving. And he just keeps like throwing the plate over and over again. It's like one of those like Time Life collections for holiday family fights or something like that. Oh, F this, I'm leaving. Joseph Lanham is not going to the Dallas game this year. Well, if you do, you'll hear some Pantera on the big speakers there. Stars have, you know what? I love those Stars unis, by the way, as well. I love how they have the stripes. I wish the Devils would bring that stripe back on the bottom. I've always loved that. But those Stars unis are, woo! They are good. Hey, you know what, Max? By that time, Winnipeg should be due for a loss. So who knows? Maybe they can do something. We shall see. But we're going to wrap up this the misery edition over here of Devils After Dark as the Devils end up getting trounced by the Colorado Avalanche and their former goalie. Of course, we all know that the former Devils players have always got to stick it to them. So Mackenzie Blackwood, hey, at least they scored one because Blackwood shut him out last time. So at least there's that. They got one by him. So I guess we'll take it. Max, that's Pantera. You're not allowed to hate the Dallas Stars goal song. That's Pantera doing that. It's illegal. You must love it. Sorry, bro. But we'll be back on Saturday. Once again, can't wait to see all of your score predictions for Saturday and Sunday as well. Yeah, I'm going to take the Knights 19-2 over here. Oh, boy. We may be in for a long weekend. Hopefully not. And hopefully we see the return of the king of the football calls himself, Sam, by God, woo. Want to thank everyone on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and everything else. Right here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. This has been Devils After Dark. Until next time, let's go Devils.